spent 4 years of my elementary school days as the only African American in my class. However, I lived as though the difference in my skin to my classmates was a difference I nor anyone else could see. I had play dates, became a Girl Scout, attended summer camps, and all seemed normal early on. But though I was blind to my difference, others took on the role to point them out. And then I was pulled out of my colorblind naivety into the inevitable reality that was the color of my skin. A definitive moment that led to my racial recognition was the day I came to school with braids in my hair. I grabbed my hood and pulled it off my head with a big smile on my face. I stood there expecting to hear comments like, "Wow, it's so pretty," or "I really like your hair." But instead my head was greeted by several hands as my classmates all entangled their fingers in my hair to explore this new unknown. I sat silently in discomfort as my difference settled into my body and I realized I wasn't the same as everyone else in my class. My hair wasn't long, flowing and blonde, my eyes were not piercing blue or green color, and my skin was not white.
I'd always embraced my hearing loss, and my elementary school never made me or my friends feel like we were outsiders. But when I transitioned into middle school, many kids weren't used to this difference. They weren't used to the idea of interpreters, my hearing loss, and how I needed them to face me so I could read their lips in order to understand them. At the end of 6th grade, I made what I thought were some good friends. But one day, one girl was acting weird towards me, and everyone else was ignoring me, as if I didn't exist. She told me people didn't like me and that all my friends that I had made were all fake towards me, that I faked my hearing loss to get attention, that I wasn't really deaf.
"Oh, you're Korean? I know Korean. It's like ching chong." In that moment, I was in shock of what I was hearing, and the next emotions that came were anger and pain. The most hurtful part was seeing someone mock my culture and my background. I tried to laugh it off and play it cool, but on the inside I felt like someone had just slapped me across the face. When people mock Korean and other Asian people for speaking a language that sounds like ching chong, it really hurts because it's a language I am proud to be able to speak, and I take pride in being a Korean.
At SPU, sometimes I feel lonely and isolated because of my sexuality. At SPU, I've heard people say, did that make me look gay? Cringes. Oh no. Or that's so gay. Or yeah, him, the gay one. During my time at SPU, people have said to me, "Are you trying to make my girlfriend a lesbian or something?" Or, "I love you, but I don't think I can support you being gay." When I've come out or talked about what I'm struggling through, most people have responded with immense love, but not everyone. Some stay silent, some distance themselves from me, and some blabber. Just so we're clear, I think I'm being gay is a sin. I am committed to pointing you to truth. They say this after I have been extremely vulnerable, and all I want is a hug.
My dad told me before coming to college that because I am a woman and because I have dark skin, that things are going to be harder for me. He added that now that I am older, knowing that I am a dark-skinned woman, I should understand how important it is to do all that I can to not give people a reason to treat me unfairly. I can afford that. That's what I want my clothes to say when I'm out shopping. I hate being followed in stores and having retail employees offer to hold my items for me and no one else. I don't want to start trouble. That's what I want my presence to say when I am downtown. I avoid hoodies and I avoid backpacks. I deserve to be here. That's what I want to say when I'm here on campus. I don't want people to think I was let in for the sake of having more color on campus. I don't want people to think I lack the capacity to be here because of where I have come from.
I don't think I ever felt like I had to fight to be accepted or to belong. I mean, each person faces those challenges, but I never felt like there was this huge difference between me and another person. And I think just knowing that this person felt like their life was so much different because of the color of their skin, and that was something that I never had to think about or worry about. And yeah.
I almost feel at fault. I think a silent majority all too often speaks more strongly than an outspoken majority.
It's just different for me to hear it. My dad never had to tell me anything like that. I never had to be worried about my race or anything like that. I just was part of the majority, and because of that, I'm treated fairly. And I think just because I don't like physically see it all the time, it's happening. And yeah, it's just interesting that someone has to think so deeply into something like that.